Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Solana on the versus the US dollar on the daily time frame. Um, got a couple of targets here for Solana. What's this? This X is here and this weekend at around $68 and possibly up here around $88 mid to late December. Now, how did we get there? Last time we left off, we thought possibly snaking around the center line of the blue channel here. And the reason for that is, let's go to a 4-hour time frame. Let's just do that guy. And so what we had here on Solana was the center line we're talking about snaking is right here. We had a head and shoulders pattern here. I'm going to have to pull this down a little bit. See the shoulder, head, shoulder reversal pattern reversing us into this parallel channel here. But I knew that wasn't a real reversal pattern. What it was is just a setup for continued head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, etc., etc. And sure enough, here we have the inverse head and shoulders pattern reversing us back up into the other direction. Hence the snaking around the center line of this channel. Currently, the inverse head and shoulders has, with the break. Now, back to the original head and shoulders. Neckline was right here. We broke it, and the target would have been down here. We did not hit that target for the reasons I gave earlier. But a boom, boom. Now, this is this neckline of the inverse head and shoulders pattern. You can see that we broke it here. You can see all these things are valid with the price action here, bunching up at the neckline and then busting through. We came back down and retested the neckline for a possible reversal or invalidation of that pattern. Didn't get it, and are continuing back upwards here. So that puts us in this larger orange parallel channel heading back upwards, currently at the center line of that channel. The base of the channel is here with the head and the top of the previous shoulder. And the top of the channel is here at the bottom of the other shoulder. It gives us a target right here at 68. Or somewhere along the top of this channel here in the coming days and weeks. Possibly. The only reason I'm hesitant is because you do have the FTX tokens being sold off supposedly continuously. I mean, I don't know what kind of an effect that has on the market. It's not like they're going to dump a whole ton of tokens. It's not meant to really be detrimental to the price action, but I imagine it will have some downward pressure on Solana. Now, if we stay in this channel, no. What I'm looking for is right here. Because you see, we do have these price action above this channel here. So what I'd be looking for when we do hit the top of this channel here is we'll have to reevaluate it then, but we do have a potential of continuing. Of course, it does depend on what the overall market uh, sentiment is. It's a possibility of continuing up and hitting the top of a larger channel. Oh, the reason why I put it here is because it's where the two channels cross. And this is towards the end of, or the second third of November, second half of November. Um, Now, one thing I did note, let's do a measurement because we did measurements earlier in the previous video. From where we're at currently to this X, it's about a 13% move. Now, do you remember the moves we were talking about earlier? What, just out of curiosity, what is this one? It's probably maybe like a 50% move or something. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is. Um, I'm just trying to think if this move would be consistent by mid-November with other things going on. So let's look at Ethereum now. I have this on the daily time frame, Ethereum versus US dollar, and you can see I'm looking at the RSI on the various charts because all of them are about to cross up on the or have the potential of crossing up above the moving average on their RSIs, which is really really good and would indicate a nice move upwards. Um, However, so you can see I'm zoomed in here. You can see that with Ethereum on this daily, we are forming a nice daily candle body above the top of the aqua channel, the smaller aqua channel that we have. We've been bouncing between the smaller and larger tops of the, I said channel, I meant triangle. A lot of times I confuse triangles and channels, although I know they are totally different geometric shapes. Um, but anyway, we are bouncing around in this in between. We're stuck in limbo here, but we are ready to break out through there. And when we do, interestingly enough, if we measure, let's just, well, from where we're at currently, which would be fair, up about 13% takes us to the top of this channel here. The red channel with the blue center line, which makes sense. This would be heading into next week. This weekend heading into next week. What did we on Solana? Was that the same time frame? Yeah, this weekend heading into next week. So we got the same kind of moves, potential moves with these that I'm seeing across the board. Oh, one thing I want to go look at the total three right here. I just want to reiterate this. I brought it up in the last video at 7:16 UTC yesterday. We had a big dump in the total three, a $6 billion dump. However, that was not a dump, really. It was just an adjustment TradingView did with how they measure the market cap. And you can read up about it in the help section of their right over here, in their help section. Data. I see priced at blah blah blah. Where was it? Crypto market capitalization data is incorrect, being recalculated. These symbols, blah, 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 different values based on whether historical or realized time data is using the Some of the symbols are calculated using the 125 most popular currency pairs. Therefore, at different moments in time, the list may differ in different symbols, blah, 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 blah. So that's kind of a general explanation. Don't know what exactly happened here that caused them to make this adjustment. So just know that when you're looking at the total market cap, and it was trading up around 410 billion, and now it's at 405. Just add another 6 billion, or it's almost at 406. Add another 6 billion to that, and kind of puts things into perspective. Having said that, let's look on a daily time frame. Let's just see where they're. Well, what the heck is going on? We are on a daily. I guess I'm just really scrunched up there. Now, see, we're really below the moving average here. We gotta have a big move to get back up through there. However, we are set up for that. And let's just make a measurement here from where we're at currently. That's about a 14% move to the center line. That's just not the center line. Back up to this parallel channel. I went over this in the previous video. I'm just re-emphasizing it. That would put us back into these pink and fuchsia colored parallel channels back here where we were trading in from December 2022 through April, May. And then Gary decided to call everything a security. Moving on, where were we? Did Solana, ETH, Render. I just looked at because they had a nice little 6% move here. And when I zoomed in, here, look at the overall picture zoomed out first, kind of following in this green parallel channel since back in June of 2022. This green parallel channel encompasses all the price action since then. And Render has been on a nice upwards trajectory this whole time, even when everything else was coming down here in 2022. Render was signaling that I want to go the other way, and has been performed really nicely. I'm glad I had just a little bit of that back then, and have held on to it. It's one of my is gonna be potentially a good true 100x, maybe. I'd be happy with a 50x. So green parallel channel. I'm losing it right now. I got excited. Bum, 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 bum. So we're currently trading in this other. We're taking a breather. Let's zoom out again. So yeah, green parallel channel. Then we have another parallel channel coming this way, which Both of them represent price action. A lot of times we'll go upwards steeply in one and then take a breather going at a different slope and then continue on upwards. So that's the question we have here. Do we continue heading this way, trading up in the upper portion of this parallel channel, or do we start correcting back upwards into the green channel and stepping up potentially in these different layers? So currently I had my thinking that the price action would continue this way. However, now I'm thinking that possibly we might do something like this. So let's just add this in here. Let's see if I can change that. Oops, I'm not done. Shoot. Hate it when that happens. See if we can change this to a day. Yeah, we can. That's good. Dashed line or maybe a dotted line might be better. So maybe do that also coming up to the center line of the green channel in mid-January, after which I think the market's all is going to have a correction mid-January heading into the halving event. Possibly like Bitcoin coming down from around 60,000 to 48,000. So that's 12. It's about a 20% correction in the market. Now we got to zoom in. We got to zoom in here and see what's going on. It's very quiet. Yeah, look at we're having a nice turn upwards here on the 4 hour. I did believe that Render, unlike Solana, would continue up here and not do the snake thing around the center line, this dash center line like Solana would, because Solana has the downward pressure from the FTX sales, and Render does not. So we shall see what happens. So with this move above the center line, I'd be, looking for Solana to continue up here to the top of this channel, about 524. It's odd that it's about the same time frame as Solana, the 19th of December. Let's measure these moves and see what we get here. First of all, let's do the 14%. Yeah, you know what? 14% would get us back into this channel. And then if we continued on upwards here, yeah, that's about 50%. So all these moves to their corresponding channels on different assets are all giving me the same. And I just drew these. I mean, I didn't copy the channels and their slopes and from one chart to another, from one asset to another. I just simply drew them based on price action of the asset. Let's see where we get a 50%. December 19th. On total 3. That brings us up here to the center of the parallel channels that I've drawn, and actually is consistent with my price action prediction here. Could this really play out? That's a nice big move. That's a nice huge pump. Now, I've been calling for this move, a big huge pump, and we've kind of stalled out here, and it seems like, hey, nothing's going to happen. But is this just the stall before we do explode? A nice 50% in December? Could very well be. I mean, we're looking good here. Okay, so we did render, we did Ethereum. I mean, we did, we did all these. Let's look at these. Let's look at a 50% move for Ethereum. What would that be by December 19th? Or sometime in late December. It's taking us off the page. It'd be about $3,000. And right up to this line here. What does that line? This line is at the bottom of this candle and the top of this candle. That's with those those have a lot of meaning when you can find a big wick down and a big candle up and connect them. The slope of that line of this channel is slightly different than this larger channel, but that larger channel might not really. I'm guessing that larger channel is parallel to this one. That may be off. And I do think that I readjusted this one. Let's just bring this over and see if they are the same. I might have changed. Yeah, those are the same slope. So I may have this slope wrong. It may have to be a little bit steeper. So let's see if we did make it a little bit steeper to match this other line here. Just bear with me here. That's not quite there. Maybe something like that. See how that that would work over here too. Actually pretty well. So I'm just going to leave this guy here. Let's make him a different color for a second. Just to remember, we might have to adjust this here. So that makes sense that we would come up there. So, okay. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing here. Okay, this is Bitcoin on an unnamed chart on the US dollar index, looking at a daily time frame. This is a cleaned up version. And here we are back in 2015-16. This is a really zoomed out view. You can see the price action of the green channel and the price action of these are our parabolic channels, the purple one here And then you can see how the white channel has contained a lot of price action here. And the green channel actually came right down just about to the bottom of the green channel here on the COVID crash. And had nice support here on this white channel. Nice support here on the white channel. Now we're getting to June of 2022. But it's really, really interesting how these things have acted over the years in Bitcoin's history. And enter the blue channel here in November of 2022. Have all the I just circled all the contact points along the center line and the top of the bottom of this channel at one point, because I wanted to make very, very certain that I had the right I had it in the right spot, because it's very important as to what we're doing here. And what we're doing currently is breaking out of the white channel. It's why we're stuck here. It's been so hard because this white channel has been so important in our history. We don't have to stay in it. I mean, we broke out of it here during the parabolic run, and I'm not saying that we're starting a parabolic run. I do think that we are having a nice a bull run upwards, but I do think we'll have a correction into the halving, and I've said this for months now. So where are we at? We're about 37,800. Yeah, we're just so we're just stalling out here at the top of this, inside this triangle, which I'm sure you've seen on many other charts, trying to bust through the white top of this channel. Now, we've held the blue channel as resistance here and support here as we formed this triangle. So this is really, really good. I do believe that this orange channel is parallel to that purple channel you saw earlier, which represents the parabolic slope of the parabolic run. And again, I'm not saying we're starting the parabolic run, but it's just it just demonstrates the validity of the slopes of these channels. This is containing our price action as we move upwards, and it will contain our price action during the parabolic run, which we start over here in this is the halving, and we should start our parabolic run here in late June or July and continue up along this orange channel, the base here, which is the same as the purple channel before. It's just orange now, because that's the color I wanted to make it, to differentiate it. So, oh, let's take measurements here. What would be 14% from where we're at? Okay, so yeah, that takes us to the center line of the blue channel right here this weekend. And 50% takes us to the top of the channel. Basically. Actually takes us to outside the channel to the top of the orange channel. So they all do have it does make sense. The moves do make sense. So we've had a lot to look at here Now, I got cut off there. It is Thursday, I was saying, which is typically a down day in the crypto world. Not a lot happens on Thursday, and a lot of times we see corrections on Thursday, but not every day, not every Thursday. It's not 100%. So, do we see a nice pump, a rare pump on this Thursday, the last day of November, and finally bust through this triangle, which is really, really coming to a head here? Do we see that today? I mean, we don't got much room left in this triangle. Next week tops. And that would be getting really, really tight in here. Could be. Could be. Do we take all those bears? What are they? Bears by surprise. There are a ton of short orders here, just lined up right along the top of this white channel. Billions and billions of them, I hear, uh, trying to hold us down and keep us below this line. Do we surprise them today and cause a big uh, short squeeze and pump right back up to here around 43,000? Maybe, just maybe. See what the stock market's looking like. Stock market looks to open in the green pretty solidly here on the stock futures. What else do we want to look at here? Well, do we have any economic stuff going on? Jobless claims. Oh, PCE numbers, but those are going to be the same as the CPI numbers from last or a couple weeks ago, whenever they came out. So they should be good. Um, this might give us some fuel here. We shall see. What time is it? They should be coming out. Oh, they should have just come out, I think. Let's see if it did anything. Let's zoom in on the 1 hour. Maybe. Who knows? Just kind of chopping around here. Good thing is, though, since for almost 2 days we've been consolidating in this range. All right. So what else we got here? Look at here. Alto IRA. It's what I use. You've got alternatives. Invest in them with an Alto IRA. And if you scroll down here, there's Alto Crypto IRA. They do not give me any money. I just use them, and I would like to promote them. I don't hear anything about them. All I hear about is that other IRA that I had a bad experience with, and got absolutely no customer service from them. People that treat me like that are crap, and have absolutely, they're not worth my time. So I Googled crypto IRA and found these people, and it's been great, really easy. They use Coinbase, and it's really, really good. There'll be a link in the description. So, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.